guys, it's Sue here. Welcome back to my channel. So as you guys can see, I have a lot of PR packages going on right now. So I thought I would turn on the camera, share with you guys kind of my first impressions of them and unbox. So without further ado, let's get this video started right away. The first package that I want to share with you guys are from Etude House. And here I have, and this little black box is their newly renewed version of the double lasting foundation. And guys, oh my gosh, they are not kidding around this time. To be honest, with the renewed versions, I'm a little iffy about them because, you know, sometimes I feel like most of the time it's like just a marketing strategy so that they can make us all like spend our money. But I'm serious, the renewed version is so much better than the original version. The new renewed version is so much lighter, it lasts so much better, and adheres so much more thinly than the original version. So I think this foundation is amazing if you have oily skin, combination skin, sweaty skin, and you're looking for a really good long-lasting matte foundation to last you throughout the summer. This is your chica. So they even changed the packaging. It's more of a slender, sleek one. And I swear guys, the formula is just so much more lighter. It blends out so much more better. And it doesn't oxidize as badly as the original one. The whole experience is great. Like the process of me putting it on, while I have it on, and at the end of the day, it looks pretty fresh, I guess. I say 100% worth the renewal. The next packaging from Etude House is this indeed, the PG, what are you called? Sebum Soak collection. This is the PG Sok. What's your Korean name? Seriously. PG Sok. PG Sok. Yes, this is the PG Sok line. So they came out with this Sebum Soak collection with a primer powder packed. And this is like a T-zone based primer that you specifically put on your oily areas. Now, I'm still upset that they discontinued the Fix and Fix Fixer line. I feel like they should have asked my permission first. And it feels very personal because I love that line. It was amazing. And I still don't understand why they discontinued it. If you have oily skin and you can still get your hands on the Fix and Fix Fixer powder, you must get it. I swear that's like the only powder that was able to withhold and withstand my oily ass face. But they've discontinued it. I have tried the primer and the powder, and to be honest, I was actually impressed. First of all, you guys know I never use primers. They're too difficult. But I did try this one out, and I could visibly see this product filling up my pores. So I was impressed. I haven't tried this out too much to give you guys like a honest, like a full-on review, but so far so good. And then I tried out their powder. Now, I don't know if I love this as much as the Fix and Fix Fixer primer. To me, this feels like they made an Etude House version of the You Need to Know Sebum powder because like the packaging is like exactly the same except that this one's blue. I will use it. I'm not mad at it. I do think it's a good powder if you have oilier skin type. I have not been able to try the packed nor the T-zone base, but I can definitely tell you guys that I think these will make great products to use in the summer, in the hot summer if you have a sweaty, oily skin. Definitely for sure. And then we're going to move on to this next box, guys. Seriously, I forgot what this, I think this is Tony Moly, but you guys know my holy grail mascara is from Clio, right? Even though I still haven't memorized the name, which is too long to be honest, in my defense. But Tony Moly just came out with this shocking whole line of mascara, and it's so good. Actually, not all of them are good. I did try them out, but my favorite one has to be number 2, Ample Extreme Lash. This mascara definitely will give you that va-va-voom to your lashes. It will give you that extra volume, that extra length, and it actually stays put. It's not one of those mascaras that kind of make your lashes go eh. Now, if you don't like the clumpy ones, of course it's not for you, but I like my lashes to be greeting you guys, like hello, look at me. So this is just great, and it also has little bits of fibers in it, but it has more fibers than the Clio one, so it just instantly gives you that extra volume, like I said. So because of that, I do have to be a bit more careful when applying. I do have to kind of clean it up as I'm applying this mascara, or else it gets messy, let me tell you that. I really do like it, and I think this might replace the Clio mascara. I know, that's saying a lot, but I was that impressed. For the rest, they're a bit more subtle, a bit more calm down. They were not kidding around when they made this collection, let me tell you that much. Alright, the next products are from Spore. So they released the new fresh water splash sun cream and the new taping cover moist cushion. And guys, this sun cream is out of this freaking world. It's from like Mars or something. This is probably one of the best sun creams that I've tried. Like, the sensation is amazing. Yes, I haven't said that word in a while. This sun cream is amazing. It is very light. I dare say even lighter than the Dear Claire's one. So I know that I really recommended the Volage one. That one is a bit more waterier, where this one is a bit more gel-like. So it kind of has that cushiony feeling, and once you blend it out, it feels super refreshing and light, like a gel type. So if you are looking into a really nice skincare-like sun cream, I do recommend this. This is water-based, so of course, once again, if you sweat a lot, this is going to melt down right away. But yeah, it has such a lovely sensation to it. The formulation is complimenti. I honestly recommend this 1000%. Right, next, as for the Taping Moist Cover Cushion, I have tried this a couple of times just to get a hold of how it is, and to be honest, when I first applied it, I wasn't so sure about it. It was kind of like 애매해, you know? It was very like ambiguous. I didn't know if I liked it or not. Like, it seemed to have coverage, but it didn't have perfect coverage. And it seemed to adhere well, but it didn't seem to adhere perfectly. So it was like a cushion that was kind of like in between, kind of like wallowing in the categories. But I gotta say, this is definitely a cushion that does work better as time goes by. So even though I was a little uncertain at first, like throughout the day, I just kept noticing like, oh my gosh, my skin looks really good. It does melt really nicely with the sweat and the sebum, and it kind of gives you that really nice flawless canvas to your face. And it has a decent amount of coverage, not 100%. I gotta say maybe like 70%. But I will say this, considering the amount of coverage it has, the formula isn't as thick. This has a very thin formula. And for me, I personally like cushions that give me a bit more thickness, just because I like to cover my pores, my texture problems, a lot of pimple acne spots with them. But this one I could get on board with, definitely, just because I liked the longevity of it. I still feel like I have to try this out a couple of times to give you guys my definite opinion of it. But yeah. Here we go. Alright, the next part is from Hanyul, and you guys are 100% right if you think that I picked this up because of its packaging. So this is their Hanyul Pink Plum Vinegar Resetting Essence, and oh my gosh, the packaging is so cute! It has a little like plum as a lid. It cannot get cuter than this, and to be honest, I 100% used this first. I picked it up first because it's adorable and it's kind of elegant. It's not like a cutesy kind of packaging, but it's kind of like, ooh, who's she? Let me check you out. Now, as for the formula itself, to be honest, I haven't tried it out as much because I enjoy looking at this more than I enjoy using it. But I did give it a couple of times, and it's got a bit of viscosity. I think this is actually a great product to hydrate your skin, and of course carries a very sweet and sour like plum. So if you're allergic to fragrance, of course stay away. But I actually liked how hydrating it felt on my skin. So it has pH of 4.5. It's a fermented pink plum. It's going to have antioxidant properties, really help you smooth out your texture problems. For today, I'm just going to rave about how beautiful this looks. I mean, can you just imagine just putting this on your vanity like this? Like Alright, next I see this huge packaging. This is from Italia, and it is the new concealer. It's called the Flawless Fit Expert Concealer, and they sent in the whole range indeed. I have tried this out because I do really like Italia products in general. I love their eyeliner, their lip products, and so I thought I'd give this a go. And for me, in terms of first impression, these concealers seem to be really matte and thick. So for me, I usually don't use a brush when I use concealers. I just use a tip and then kind of pat on it with a sponge or a puff. But with this one, I feel like I need to use a brush to really thin it out. I have noticed that it's not the easiest formula to work with. Now, they have a whole diverse range of colors, which is very rare to see in K-beauty, so a huge applause to them in that sense. And the packaging is so elegant. They also have this hexagon kind of, is this a hexagon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, it's a octagon? Shit. 뭐지? It has 8 sides, okay? This is very embarrassing, by the way. I'm turning red. So you can actually use the middle ranges as a foundation and the lighter range to highlight or conceal your dark circles, and then you can actually do contouring with the darker shades. So I love that they have a very big variety of shades, but for me, I just need a little more time to really understand the formulation, see what's the best way to work with them. Alright guys, for the next brand, it is indeed Clio, and they've just released a whole new line of lip products. This is their Melting Dewy line, and first of all, the packaging is dope. Like, this is almost a high-end brand packaging. It almost reminded me of Dior, to be honest. So we have a collection of these lines. Now, as you guys can guess from the title or the name of the product, these are more dewy types. These are glosses, or not glosses actually. These are more of a hydrating tint types. And you know what guys, I have mixed feeling about these. I have been using them for quite a bit now, but for me, this just carries too much pigment. The colors are just way too strong and too vibrant for me to actually kind of pull them off with a no makeup look. I feel like sometimes I have to have a really strong full-on look to pull them off. And the color does actually stay put on your lips. I actually have the one in red leather right now. And with time, the gloss kind of disappears and the color does kind of stain your lips. Alright, moving on, we have the new Kill Cover Glow Foundation from Clio. And yes, indeed, I have been trying this out a couple of times. First of all, great packaging. I feel like Clio's really stepping up their game with packaging. It's like, this looks high-end, right? This looks high-end. Like these two, like 백화점 brand right there. This is the Glow Foundation. So it's supposed to have a bit of coverage because it's their Kill Cover line, right? And then it's supposed to have glow. I actually like it, but it really depends on what tool I use. If I use a brush that they gave, my mother took it because she wanted to use a brush for her own usage. But I have tried this out with a brush, and when I use a brush, it goes on too thinly. It doesn't really seem to cover my pores or like cover my acne scars, so it's a little too sheer. But I do like using this with a puff, so I'll just dot it all over and pattern it with a puff, and it kind of gives me the right amount of coverage, the right amount of glow, and so I really do like it in that sense. Now, because it is a glow foundation, of course the longevity is not going to be good as perhaps the Etude House one. It is going to melt down really quickly. If you guys like, for example, the Spore B Glow one or the Hera UV Mist Cover Cushion, I think you might like this one. Alright, the next product is very interesting, almost cryptic, should I say. This is the Hera Airy Blur Priming Powder. Let me try to explain this. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a good job, but basically Hera released this new powder, bomb-ass product, which looks very futuristic. And inside you have basically a built-in brush and a powder. Now, from what I understand, this powder is not actually like powder. It's a residue of a cream. So actually, if you press it into the powder, it's very soft and cushiony, almost like a cream blush, for example. And with this powder, you're supposed to apply it before you apply on a foundation, and it's supposed to act as a glue to hold your foundation on top of your skin. So it's basically a primer in a powder version. I have tried it and I just think I lack the skills to pull this off, because every time I try to use it, I can see little bits of powders just dwelling on top. And I don't know if that's supposed to happen, but I feel like it's not, because it doesn't look pretty on my skin, to be honest. So I just feel like for me, just as a regular consumer with just a lot of interest in cosmetics, but like zero skills in technique-wise, this is a bit harder for me to pull off. If you guys actually know how to use this, let me know in the comments down below, because I feel like this is an expensive product. Alright, last but not least, I have these lip products from Peri Para. I believe these are new. These are the Peri Para Ink the Tattoo, and I did order 4 colors. I didn't get one of the colors because I knew it was like not my cup of tea. But these are very strong pigmented lip tints with a very, very vibrant, shocking color. I don't know if I love it or not. I feel like I would have loved these maybe like 5 years ago when I was really into a lot of like vibrant, bright makeup. Or if I'm maybe going on to like a party, like a summer themed party or something, even though we shouldn't. I don't know, actually. I don't know why I ordered 4 colors now that I think about it. Perhaps 2 would have been sufficient. But they do stain your lips, and because of that, they last longer on your lips. But yeah, I actually have nothing else to say because I don't really like using them. Alright guys, that was it for the PR packaging, checking out what's new in K-beauty. If you guys like these types of content, let me know down below so I can bring more and collect my PR packages and share them with you guys. That's it for today. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next. Ciao!